Hello everyone, this is Shishi coming to you today with a tutorial on the We Are Memory Keepers alphabet punch board. And today's tutorial is how to make a little fishy. Yes, I have been playing around with my board and I came up with another use for the alphabet punch board. I'm going to show you how to make this. So, the construction of this little fishy comes from a little bit that comes out of the punch board. It comes from this little piece right here. When you punch out your letters, you'll need one of this. And you'll need 3 pieces of paper. The first piece is a 3x5 inch sheet of paper. The next piece is a 3x3.5 inch sheet of paper. And then the next piece is a 3x3 inch sheet of paper. And then I'll give you the instructions on all the punches for the body. Okay? So the base of the body, I'll show you how to get the punches for that. So we're going to punch out the tail and the body portion. Okay? So first, what you'll want to do is take your piece of paper, slide it in along the edge, like right where, let me see, I'm going to zoom in so you can see right where I'm pointing to. Okay, right where this circle is, right along that edge. So I'm going to punch once, and then I'm going to flip the page over, or the paper over, and butt it up against that again along this edge where this circle is, and punch again. Okay, and then you'll end up with a piece like that, as you can see. Then I'm going to turn my paper like this, slide it in between these 2 circles like so. Let me zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. So in between these 2 circles, slide your paper in like so and punch it again. And that's how you end up with the little fishtail, like that. See, it's forming the body. So you'll set that aside. Next, we're going to come up with this part of the body, because what I like to do is emboss this part. So this is optional. You don't have to do this. So you can either leave this piece out if you like. This is the 3x3.5 inch sheet of paper. I'm going to show you how to punch that. And all I did was use the bottom part, and I just let me see, let me raise this up right here. I just gave it a punch. Let me flip this way. I just punched it all around each side like so. Rotate it this way. Let me see if I can get in the camera a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. And I punched it again. Rotate it again to the other corner. Punch it again, and then rotate it again and give it another punch, and then you'll end up with what looks like a circle. And then this will go on to this part of the body. Okay, next you will move on to the 3x3 inch sheet of paper. What I did with this one is I moved it to the edge, like right, and butted up against this part of the punch board, and I gave it a punch like that, and it just gave this part a punch like that. Flipped it over, gave it another punch like that, and then I got that look. Okay, then I took this cardstock, went to the bottom punch, punched it again, rotated the paper, punched it again, and then I came up with this part of the fish. Then I took a pair of scissors. You'll need a pair of scissors. And all I did was just trim this. You can use a paper trimmer if you like. And I just cut this part off. And then I had only this part left of the little fishy. So this is what I have left of my fish, like this. Okay? So for this part, I'm going to round this so that it doesn't show. So I'm going to round it again and round it a second time. So it looks like that. Okay? So we have this part and then this part, like that. There's 3 parts to the fish. And then you have this little piece right here to assemble your fish. Okay, these next steps are optional. It's up to you. We're done with the punch board. You can assemble your fishy together, or you can stay tuned to see what I do next. And I'm going to take this away. And I just want to give my little fishy some character. So I have my little embossing mat. And I have my little stylus. So next what I'm doing is just giving my little fishy some character. So I'm just going to zoom in. Just a little bit. And what I wanted to do was give some little ridges. So I'm just going to draw some little lines down where the little tail is. Just give it some pressure and just draw the little lines. But it's all up to you. You don't have to do this if you don't like. But I wanted to give my little fishy a little bit of character. But I thought this little fish would be nice for teachers with back to school next month. If you're decorating a bulletin board, or maybe you wanted to decorate a gift bag and put on a decorative tag, it's all up to you. So I have my little lines. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to show you the lines. As you can see, I have embossed that, and you can see the little lines. So when I give this some color, this will really stand out. So I'll show you my original again, so you can see all the texture where the lines are. It's really, really neat. So I have that done. Then next, I want to show you the body, which is the 3 by 3.5 inch body. I took out my embossing folder. It's by Sizzix. This is the name of it, the embossing folder, and it just gave like some little scales. So I'm just going to put that in to my embossing folder. I'm going to zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to run this through my embossing machine. I'm going to sandwich this in. I apologize if this video is a little long for you guys, but I wanted to show you how I came up with this look of my little fishy to give it a little bit more character. So I have an embossing boutique by Sizzix, and I'm just running this through my machine. You can use any machine you like that you emboss with. So when I take this paper out, it looks like this. See all the texture? And then what I use for my color, I used a product called Perfect Pearls to give it some shine and sparkle. I'm using gold and also like a orange shimmer. Okay, once you've colored your fishy pieces, it's really easy to assemble. Now if you don't have an embossing folder, you can draw little scales, just an idea, you know, to give it some character. But I do have an embossing folder, so I just want to give you some ideas on things you can do. So what you'll do is, this is the base of the fishy with the tail. You'll take some glue and just give it some glue around the edge of the 3 by 3.5 inch piece, and then some glue in the middle just so that it adheres properly. And what I do is I just take this piece and along this edge I just, like, you know, make sure I colored it so that it goes in and just camouflages in with the piece. You know, like I colored around the edge right here. It all depends on what kind of paper you use and if you choose to paint it with Perfect Pearls. But since I painted it, I just made sure I paint it right around this edge. So I made sure that I glued the piece to hide that. So I just make sure I stick it down really good. And as you can see where I embossed it, it pops out really nicely. So I just stick that down. Then the face, you just need to glue it along this edge. So I'll just take some glue, and that's the 3 by 3 piece that I marked, and just stick that down like right about here. Like that. And press that down. Now for my bling piece for the eye, I'll hot glue that on. If you're concerned about this part coming loose, then just stick some glue like right in here, just to make sure everything is stuck down nicely. And it doesn't come apart. Okay. So this is what we have so far, starting to look like a fish. And I'll stick on the eye. Just put in a little dab of glue on the little bling center. And I'll just press it like right where I want the eye, like right about there. Looks good. And then the little fin part. Now you can give it some dimension. It's all up to you. Just give it some glue like around the edge, like that. And then I'll just give it like a little angle, like right about there. And press that down. And just so that it doesn't get lost, I'll like fluff that up just a little bit. And there is your fishy. Oh, it's coming out loose just a little bit. Make sure it's stuck before you fluff it up. So you can give it a point if you like. But yeah, there is your fishy. All nice and sparkly and really cute. made with the alphabet punch board. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and you have some inspiration to make some for your own bulletin board if you're a teacher, or maybe you just have some young kids that like little fishies. But I just thought I'd come on and show you what you can do with the alphabet punch board. And here is the other one that I did. So take care everyone and have a great day.